Y'all already know where we be. The library, baby. Ready to return this book that no one will ever probably check out again. Yes. Wow. Someone on Twitter reminded me that I haven't read Blood Witch yet, so perfect. Hello friends, so today has been a very exciting day on book Twitter. If you weren't around for it, basically the Shadow and Bone cast, or at least part of it, was announced today, even though book Twitter had pretty much already solved all the people that were going to be in it, so it wasn't like super surprising. So a lot of people who thought the actor who was playing Mal was gonna play Kaz, so that was a little thing because, as you all know, I'm a Mal stan. I'll be a Mal stan until the day that I die. I am super excited. There are some things that weren't great, like the guy who plays Jesper. They did not cast a dark-skinned actor, even though Jesper is described as dark-skinned. And I'm not 100% sure if Nina is who we think she is. Some articles said it, but she wasn't part of the cast drop announcement, like in the picture that Lee Bardugo tweeted. But if that girl is truly playing Nina, to me, she did not look plus size. Some people say she did, which is kind of offensive in ways because she's just really average. And I was really hoping to see a plus sized person play Nina because we don't get plus sized characters who are badass. If there's a plus size character, they're like the comedian and the jokes are always either about them or have to do with them, and it's pretty shit. And so Nina, I was just so excited, but what can you do, I guess? But I love who they cast as everyone else, pretty much. The girls, Alina and Inej, amazing casting. I love Mal, and Archie is the name of the guy who's playing him. I've already seen his social media presence and he's so pure. He's like already aware of the whole Darkling Mal stuff that goes on in this fandom. He has like a dogstagram and he was posting about it. It's on Twitter, but like I'm just so happy that he's so... Some people don't like that Kaz, the actor who plays him, kind of looks like Bill Skarsgård, aka Pennywise the Clown. But I think the guy that plays Kaz is pretty damn good looking, and he fits the whole sad white boy haven't slept in 2 months look, so I don't really understand the complaints there. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the Grisha trilogy casting. If you care, you probably don't. You're here for my book updates. So I have been reading A Lesson in Thorns, and by have been reading I mean I started it last night. First of all, this cover, I don't know why I'm so attracted to this cover, but it's just so artfully smutty that I'm like, you don't even notice it at first. You're just like, oh, look at that, there's like something, and you're like, oh, are them boobs? I think it represents this book so far. You're probably like, if you haven't heard of this, what the heck is it about? It's about these 6 people who, as children, they spent this one summer together at a place called Thorn Chapel, which is one of the boys' like family's place. And so they have that one summer together and they have this sort of atmospheric, magical kind of just experience. You know, it's hard to really describe in words, but when you read about it, it's very like Raven Boys-esque kind of feeling, if that makes sense. Then after that, they all go their own ways because they live all over the different parts of the world, blah blah blah. But then 12 years later, they all find themselves kind of being called back to this place and they reunite, and it's about what happens when they reunite. I'm really enjoying it so far. It is definitely very smutty, so if you don't like that, this isn't the book for you. What's interesting though is that it's been smutty without there being actual sex yet. So it's just really well done and so angsty, and I'm just living. Also, the main character is a Sagittarius horny virgin, and I just felt seen on a whole different level. I think the writing is really great so far. It's pretty prose, but not like overdoing anything. And I'm really enjoying the dynamics between all of the characters. I think it's so well set up, and I just can't wait to see how this goes. There are things I'm really wanting to see in this, and Also, the scene I left off on was the chapter where they play Spin the Bottle, and let me just say, that chapter deserves all the rights.
Is that in your window?
If this isn't the DJ at your party, I don't want to come.
Yeah.
So I don't think I've read that much more of A Lesson in Thorns since I last updated you. I mean, a good chunk. I'm like almost to the end. We're at like the last 100 pages. And I am still really enjoying it. There's sort of this like mystery aspect with all of the kids, now adults, being called back to Thorn Chapel, this place that just has this sort of, like I said, kind of like magical, mystical, eerie presence around it. Oh, my camera's gonna die, shit. And then it like weaves in the smut like so seamlessly, and the smut is so good. Like there hasn't even actually been like sex yet, like full on, but it's still very smutty and angsty. The angst, oh, and I love that it's very, not just sex positive, but it tackles the concept of virginity, normalizes being a virgin in your 20s, hallelujah. And I'm truly enjoying it. I'm hoping to finish it tonight, which is why I pulled out the camera. So I'm gonna do that and let my camera charge. Okay, so it's a few hours later and I just finished this, and y'all, this is one of my new favorite books of the year. Holy shit. I truly think the best way to describe this book is that it's the Raven Boys but for sluts, and I mean that in the most positive let's go sluts, let's go way possible. It has that Raven Boys element where things are kind of mystical and there's this sort of magical feeling to this place that they all are called back to, and it has the dynamic of a friend group, and like most of them are rich, and then there's just like one or two poor people. So you got that whole like Adam, like if you haven't read the Raven Boys, I'm sorry, this isn't helpful for you. But it just has that like kind of pretentious rich boy in Auden, which, oh, things I would do for that man.
There's nothing that's
Auden
could ask of me that he won't get.
And it was just the way that the beginning, the prologue, we get like a chapter of them when they were children, when they had this summer together, and when they had this sort of magical, dreamy experience at this Thorn Chapel, and the way it circles fully around, and the fact that there's all of this so wonderfully written and so expertly interweaving with smut. Like, this is one of the smuttiest, horniest, kinkiest books that I have read, yet it also has such a nice plot, and the writing is so good. Like, this could maybe like dip its toe into erotica, because like I said, it's smutty, it's kinky, but it does it so superbly. Oh, it's like classy, it's classy smut. And I just I love the way that sexuality and all of that is explored. I love how this is not only sex positive, but it normalizes virginity, like being a virgin in your 20s, which, thank you. We get it, bitch. You're a fucking virgin. Well, not fucking, I guess. The discussion on virginity and how it's like a concept, and also just exploring what you need sexually, because like I said, kinky. And then at the end, it just has this bang that brings once again the sort of plot elements together. And I think there's so much symbolism in here, and even with the relationships, there's just this, I don't know, I feel like I could write essays about this book because it's so beautifully written, so well crafted. The relationships, the sexual stuff, everything is just so good, and I feel like I'm not even saying everything that I want to say because I just have so many thoughts running through my head. This book has literally every type of bisexual that could possibly exist, like chaotic, all that stuff. I believe that the author has commented that every character in this is bi, that's their sexual orientation, and it's definitely very open. It's very, I would say, like polyamorous and stuff friendly, which the funny thing is, I feel like I'm a very monogamous person. Like, I don't judge relationships that are polyamorous, but I feel like for myself, even though I've never had any relationship experience, I feel like I'm way too insecure to ever like be in one. However, the one that is kind of portrayed in here, like, I'm pretty sure we know where the end game is heading, and if it doesn't, Sierra Simone, I'm gonna write you a strongly worded email. Just kidding, I hate confrontation, but it just, I want it. I would like to see it. I would like to see it. The main character that we follow here, Poe, also has narcolepsy, and I read in the author's note that she does base it off her own, like the author does, and that she wanted to kind of take it back and make it sexy almost in a way that hers isn't. So I think that's really cool. I've never met someone with narcolepsy and I have no idea what that would feel like, but if one of you do, perhaps this book would be interesting for you to read. And yeah, like I said, it just has so much representation. There's a fat character, which she's like, ugh, the way they describe her body is just like so nice. Like I've never gotten that kind of rep before. How she's seen through the other character's eyes was like, I don't want to say that it brought me to tears, but like it was just really, really good, especially as someone who, again, haven't had any experience and I'm very insecure about myself. I don't know if that comes across, but just having that represented here, just, it was so nice. And I don't know, this book was just so freaking good. Obviously it's 5 stars. I feel like, I don't know if I'm saying everything that I want to say, but it was incredible. I loved this, which I've heard that the second book is not very good, which makes me very sad. This is supposed to be a quartet according to like the back here where it says read this author's works, but I'm still gonna read the next one, and even if the next one sucks, I'm gonna read the next one and the next one because I need it. I just love this. It was incredible. I love how it did everything. It was great. Oof. Okay, I need to turn this off or I'm just gonna keep rambling.
12 seconds later.
Wait, one last thing. I already posted this on Twitter, but I need y'all to know that I am an Auden guest whore first and a human being second.
Because I'll be there for him. With open arms, and open legs, and an open mouth.
20 minutes later.
Okay, sorry to be this bitch, but I just wrote my Goodreads review for this and I realized there's a little bit more I want to say. First of all, there is discussion of rape in this book. It's not like a super heavy thing, but at one point it is talked about, so that warning. And I just love the way that was handled. It was just so well done, and the way that you see it just come up later, it was done so well. And also, something that I didn't really realize that I liked until Whitney kind of pointed it out, because if you don't know, we have very, very similar reading tastes. Basically the same, except I like thrillers and she doesn't. But it was through like hearing her talk about romance in particular that I realized that I also love the little details, like hand touching and just gentle kisses and just the details of like moving your fingers along skin, like all the little parts of intimacy and like desire and all of that is just, and this book does it so well. Even though it has its like kinky and like dom sub kind of aspects, even that is done just so like, I can't even describe it. I don't know how the second book is not going to be good because this one was so good. The angstiness, I think angst is part of that like small details and touching too, especially when two characters are like, I want to be with you but we're not for reasons, and it's like yeah, okay. Angsty masterpiece. I think I'm done talking about this book now. So as y'all can clearly see, I'm very red and hot today, so what a perfect time to stand without my fan for a good hot minute. I thought it would be interesting in this vlog to take the sorting hat quiz that is on the Wizarding World app. Everyone's been doing it lately, and I'm interested to see what I get, because on Pottermore I was a Hufflepuff and I used to be very much Hufflepuff, but as more and more sorting hat tests have come out, I also often get Ravenclaw or test very highly to Ravenclaw where it's almost 50-50. So I thought, content baby, content. Do it in the vlog. Start the sorting ceremony. Update, what? Okay, so apparently it talks. So we need to have the sound on. To experience the sorting hat in selfie mode, please enable your camera. Okay, taking a selfie. Consider your answers carefully. No, I'm gonna consider them carelessly. Forest or river? Tilt your phone to select. Tilted it, but you're not tap and hold to confirm. Okay. How would you like to be known to history? The wise, the good, the great, or the bold? Okay, no to bold, no to great. It's between the good and the wise. Like I said, am I a Hufflepuff? Am I a Ravenclaw? Oh God, I'm gonna go with the good. I'm definitely gonna be a Hufflepuff, aren't I? Okay, 4 boxes are placed before you. Which would you try and open? Small tortoiseshell box embellished with gold inside with some small creature seems to be squeaking. Gleaming jet black box with a silver lock and key marked with a mysterious rune that you know to be the mark of Merlin. These are the same questions, I'm pretty sure, from the old Pottermore thing, so I think I'm still gonna be a Hufflepuff. Anyway, we're not doing that one. The ornate gold casket standing on clawed fate, whose inscription warns that both secret knowledge and unbearable temptation lie within. The small petty box, unassuming and plain. Can y'all shut up? Oh, I'm sorry, that was someone dying. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. With a scratched message upon it that reads, I open only for the worthy. Honestly, probably the knowledge one. As much as I love animals, I'd also be kind of like terrified that it's gonna bite me. What are you most looking forward to learning at Hogwarts? I don't know why I'm doing an accent. Drag me. Apparition and disapparition, being able to materialize and dematerialize at will. Transfiguration, flying on a broomstick, hexes and jinxes, all about magical creatures and how to befriend / care for them. Secrets about the castle, every area of magic I can. I mean, honestly, yeah, every area of magic I can. Let's be real. Oh, that was a Ravenclaw answer. Shit. Troll has gone berserk in the headmaster's study at Hogwarts. It is about to smash, crush, and tear several irreplaceable items and treasures. In which order would you rescue these objects from the Trolls Club if you could? Let's see. Drag into order. Okay. A nearly perfected cure for dragon pox. I have to drag it already? Like, I don't know what the other options are yet. Okay, we'll put it in the first one, I guess. Student records going 1,000 years back. I'll put that third. A mysterious handwritten book full of strange runes. Okay, that'll go in the middle. That worked. So, first, a nearly perfected cure for dragon pox. As someone that is under something medically, I would want to save that. Then a mysterious handwritten book full of strange runes. Sounds like that could be important. Finally, student records going back 1,000 years. I'm not saying it's not important, but like, we'll live. A muggle confronts you and says that they are sure you are a witch or wizard. Do you? Ask what makes them think so. Agree and ask whether they like a sample of a jinx. Agree and walk away, leaving them to wonder whether you are bluffing. Tell them that you are worried about their mental health and offer to call a doctor. I don't really like any of these options, if I'm being honest. I'd probably just be like, haha, that's funny, and walk away. But I guess agree and walk away is like the closest to that answer, because I would definitely be trying to get out of the situation, so we'll go with that one. If you were attending Hogwarts, which pet would you choose to take with you? Toads? Absolutely not. Oh, I have to look around for this, really. Owls. Oh, wrong way. Owls. Cats. Okay, cats, toads, or owls. Definitely not toads, because like, pointless. Sorry Neville. A cat would be cool just cause like friendly and like you could pet it and stuff, but the owl is useful. Like it sends letters and stuff, and Hedwig did so much for Harry, so I'm gonna go with an owl. Oh shit. Brown owl, screech owl. I don't want no screeching. Barn owl, you look kind of mean. Snowy owl. Snowy owl's so pretty. Tawny owl. Okay, we have to go with snowy owl because they're just so cute. Actually, they're not even that cute in this one. The tawny owl is pretty cute, actually, now that I look at it. I feel like we want to go with snowy owl just because, like, Hedwig. So you know what? I'm gonna go with the tawny owl, because that one is actually really calling to me right now. Why am I still doing this fucking accent? Oh my god. Heads or tails? I'm definitely a person that likes even numbers over odd. I'm still doing an accent. And I can't explain it, but heads feels more even number than tails. So we're gonna go with heads. I think that's the last question. Ooh, the sorting hat is ready to make its decision. Hold up your phone and tap below to begin. Tap. I'm holding it. What are we doing? Oh, it's on my head.
Difficult. Very difficult.
Okay.
Now that's interesting.
What's interesting? Okay. Oh my god, I just said wise and witty. Am I gonna be a Ravenclaw? Should I show y'all? I should be showing y'all this. Oh shit, I ruined it. There you go. I was gonna screen record this, but I forgot. I'm so dumb. Bitch, what?
If you've a ready mind, where those of wit and learning will always find their kind.
Do I need to change houses, like officially? We'll take the photo. Well, there you have it, friends. I'm apparently a Ravenclaw and not a Hufflepuff anymore. I don't know who I am. I'm having an identity crisis. I am having an exceptionally horrible health day regarding to my burning. As you can see, I'm nice and red. literally in all the spots that are affected. Ha ha ha. But we got some editing done. But now it's time to go watch the Packers game because it's Sunday and Sundays are for football. Ow. Mother trucker, dude. That hurt like a butt cheek on a stick. So I'm gonna go downstairs to watch the game with my mom, but I'm also gonna bring The Girl from the Other Side, the 3rd volume, so that I can read this during the commercials. There are so many commercials in football, instead of playing on my phone like I usually do. So let's see if I actually do that. Bindi, are you begging for food? You're a little chihuahua because you got your hair cut. It's rude to beg. Ma'am. Ma'am, please comment. Ma'am. Ma'am, it's rude. You're not supposed to have people food anymore. Ma'am. Ma'am, back away. Back away from the food. Ma'am. She's mad at me. She's very mad at me. So the Packers won. Woo. Didn't get through that much of this book though, so definitely will probably finish it tonight and probably the other one so I can wrap up this vloggity vlog, but need to do some more editing, so I think that's what I'm gonna do now and then take a break, read, and then finish. And I'm enjoying this so far. The Girl from the Other Side, this is the 3rd one. I look very orange because my orange lights. Spiffy. But this is a world where there's like an inside and an outside because this curse broke out and it makes people look like this. And so on the inside it's like all protected, it's like normal people looking. This dude is on the outside and he had found this little girl and they basically have this like relationship because he's been protecting her from anyone that would try to hurt her and tried to not give her the curse. Their relationship is so sweet and I really enjoyed the first 2 volumes. This one's going okay. Not that much is happening. I kind of wish there was something a little more. And also, this is with any graphic novel or manga in this case for me, where if I don't read them like back to back ASAP, I forget very easily about what happened. And there are some things in here like I felt they did a good job of bringing you back in, but there's a part of it that I'm like, am I missing something? Have I forgot something, or has it just not been revealed yet? I don't know. We'll see. So it's a bit later than I planned. It's now Monday night. Sunday night was just, it wasn't good. We had to cancel her. But I just finished reading volumes 3 and 4 of The Girl from the Other Side. Volume 3 I think is a 3.5 star for me, just because the beginning and like I guess a majority of it, not that it wasn't interesting, but it just felt like more could have went on in this book than it did, and some things I think could be explained better. But I did like where it ended up, and again, I wanted a bit more explanation, but it was good, and I was glad that I had the 4th one right on hand because that was able to like clear up a couple of my questions. And some of my questions are like, I don't know if I have them because I'm not remembering the other volumes or if because it hasn't been talked about enough. But I really loved this volume. This one might be like a 4.5 just because the content in it, not a whole lot happens necessarily, but the emotional journey that this volume was, oh my god, from everything that went on with Teacher and some of the other characters that have popped up, that there was just a lot of different emotions explored in this one, and we really got to see again Shiva and Teacher and their little bond, and just so many characters had so many different emotions, and where it ended up I was like, oh my god, I didn't see that coming, and my heart. So yeah, I really loved this volume. Can't wait to continue. I don't know how many volumes of this there are, but I'm very excited to continue. This is a cute wholesome but with really important and also kind of dark at times themes. And this is the first manga series that I have ever read, so I would say it's very good for people who may not have read manga before. Like, it's very easy to follow and everything for the most part. That's gonna wrap up this vlog. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.